Hi and welcome to the Property Show. My name is Nancy. On the Property Show today, we'll be speaking to a legal expert on the processes of home ownership. And on our Property of the Week segment, we'll be taking you through some of the projects we have visited during this season. There's something for everyone. Today we are with June, an advocate, who will take us through the legal process of purchasing a property. Welcome to the Property Show.
Thank you for having me over.
Once I identify the property I want to purchase, what are the processes that I should look out for?
First and foremost, I would propose that you obtain or you get a lawyer, a qualified lawyer who will be able to request for a copy of the title, and will apply for what you call an official search at the lands registry to confirm the ownership of the property, that the person who's selling the property to you is the actual owner of that property, and also to confirm whether there are any encumbrances, whether there's a charge or a mortgage from a bank registered against the title, or there's a caveat against the title. Yes.
At what point do I engage a lawyer? Is it after I have identified the property or after I have paid my 10%?
As a lawyer, I would tell you before you part with your money, the 10%, whatever amount it is, whether it's a nominal deposit, you must contact a lawyer, at least somebody you know who's qualified. And nowadays there's a Law Society website where you can be able to confirm the status of a lawyer. Yes.
After you have carried out the search, what is the next step?
I would suggest that you go to the surveyor department, depending on where the location of the property is, confirm whether the property is a road reserve or it's a public land. Because during the previous regimes, people grabbed land and sold the property to unsuspecting parties. And now there have been cut so many losses because now the government is claiming back the land. So you must make sure that the property is not public property or on a road reserve. You should further also look at the Ndongo report. You've had being thrown around whether the property is adversely mentioned. They have a list of documents that have been, a list of properties that have been grabbed and sold to third parties. So you need to confirm from the Ndongo report, is it adversely mentioned?
Yes. Who does that? Is it me as the buyer or my lawyer?
That's why I'm saying you need a lawyer. Lawyers are equipped to follow up on these processes. So a lawyer will be the best person to do that for you.
Should I, for the sake of taking ownership, should I also carry out such a search?
Yes, nothing prevents you from doing that. It's your prerogative to do it. But as I said, because a lawyer is trained in these legal processes, they know what to look out for, and in the event that there's something that has an issue in that land, they'll be able to inform you. Yes.
Once we've done the search, at what level do I then sign the sale agreement?
After you have confirmed that the property is clean and that it's not adversely mentioned and that it's not a public land or it's not on a road reserve, you can proceed and sign the agreement for sale. But it's also wise to have the lawyer also review it and ensure that the terms are also in your favor. If they're not in your favor, they can propose or make amendments to it. And it's about negotiating. That's why it's an agreement. You agree on terms. Some you can agree on, some you can agree to disagree, and it depends. So yes.
What are the ABCs that I should look out for in a sale agreement?
There are several terms in the agreement for sale depending on the nature of the transaction, but the key ones are the names of the parties, the seller and the buyer. They must be properly described in the agreement for sale, the description of the property, and also the purchase price and the mode of payment of the purchase price, also the remedies of either the seller or the buyer in the event that there is breach of contract. And then another point that I need to emphasize is that you need to confirm whether the property is matrimonial property, because now the new land laws provide that where the property is matrimonial property, the consent of the spouse must be obtained.
Let's talk about the matrimonial property law. How does it protect the family?
It protects the property because initially, unfortunately, some spouses would go behind the other's back and you would sell the property, and the spouse would not know about it until people come in to claim the land, that this was sold to us. So, or it is charged and then the bank is coming to sell. That's when the person discovers, oh, this person took a loan, they never paid, and now the bank is selling the property from under us. So that's what the property law was, the provisions in the Land Act are meant to do to protect such, or to ensure that such incidents do not take place.
Once the husband and wife has given the consent, what next?
Once they give the consent and you make sure that the agreement for sale is in order, then you can proceed and sign it, and then you can now exchange. If it's a deposit that is payable, you can proceed and pay the deposit, and then the balance probably subsequently after maybe the documents have exchanged or after registration, depending on the nature of the property. Yes.
What is the definition of matrimonial property?
The Land Registration Act defines a matrimonial home as property owned by either one or both of the spouses in which they reside in as their family home. Yes, but it's pertinent to note that as much as the Land Act does not define what a matrimonial property is, it says that where the spouse has contributed to either the productivity, the improvement or the upkeep of that property, they'll be considered as owners of that property. So consent must be obtained from them. It's important for people to note, because most people believe that once you pay the purchase price, that's where it all ends. They need to know that you must pay stamp duty on the property, and normally it's between 4% or 2% depending on the nature of the property or the use of the property or the location of the property. And then also you need to note that there's registration costs payable. In some agreements for sale, there are other costs that are normally indicated there, so it's good. That's what I'm talking about. It's good to go to a lawyer, make sure that you get to see these costs or get to know these costs beforehand before you even enter into a transaction, because you don't want to be ambushed later on when you don't have anything or no money to pay. First of all, you know, people do not know this, but all land belongs to the government. And once the lease expires, it goes back to the government. So what you need to do, you need to seek for an extension of that lease.
So once the 99 years expire on my title deed, that land reverts to the government?
Yes.
So I require to go back to the government?
Yes. So that you can seek for an extension or an extension of lease. No, but that's what we refer to it. But now the processes are being harmonized. There's now the National Land Commission that is going to be responsible for this. So the processes are being harmonized at the moment. So of course, you make the application, make sure that you've lodged in your application so that is done. Yes.
And can they refuse to give you a renewal?
Normally, no, because the Land Act says that the previous owner is given the first priority. Yes.
Thank you, June, for your legal insight on purchasing property. Give us your parting shots.
My parting shot to Kenyans is that they must do their due diligence. Buying a property is a serious and expensive investment, and you must make sure that you've done your due diligence. Secondly, the agreement must be in writing. The law provides that all transactions relating to land must be in writing. Handshake, gentleman agreements do not suffice. Let it be in writing. Thirdly, engage the services of a qualified lawyer who will take you through the processes, will take you through the agreement for sale and ensure that your interest is covered.
Thank you for being with us. Don't go away, we shall be right back. And that was our expert segment. Join us now as we see some of the properties we have viewed in this season.
The focus of this house is the lounge, a very spacious one. The unit is about 200 square meters, and it has this side which opens out to a garden. And you have a very good view of Nairobi City and Ngong Hills at the end. You are allowed to walk out into either this side of the garden or this other side of the garden. A very nice place to have a barbecue. This is the fireplace. It's the focus of the lounge, and you have your TV area on this other side. We have avoided circulation within the lounge space. So once you come in and drop into the lounge, all of that is usable space. And this flows right into the dining room.
And also you manage to get a lot of natural lights.
That is very important for any beautiful house. You need to bring in the outside into the living space. The difference between that should not be so distinct. Yes. It opens into the kitchen. So this is the kitchen. Again, we have allowed continuity of space between the dining and the kitchen. We have chosen warm colors
There is enough open space, there is enough parking, the houses, the apartments inside are spacious, they're not cramped. The decor within the price point, we've tried to provide something that's special, and it's just right for the first-time home buyer. We have other people who have looked at it and have said, we've brought something that has never seen this side of Nairobi, like we've brought Nairobi to Athi River, and our quality, our finishing, the people who have put this project together have done a phenomenal job, and we're very proud of it.
What does Oasis Apartments entail?
It's spacious, it's comfortable, it has enough green space, and it's not crowded. We haven't overbuilt as such. We've provided enough flow, and we've utilized the inside spaces without wastage. It's like, it's providing something that appeals to a younger generation, a career-minded professional, or somebody who is retired and wants to spend his days in a quiet place, not far away from the city, but away from the traffic.
Have you sorted out the water, electricity, and security?
Absolutely. Water, we are connected to Mavoko. Electricity is Kenya Power. We have 3-phase. We are on a sewer line. Part of our salient features is that we have a borehole and we have an underground water tank holding 100,000 liters. Furthermore, each block has a dedicated 920-liter water tank upstairs, and we have instant hot showers as well. Security-wise, we have a perimeter wall. We are providing electric fence.
So far, we have had a very good response. About 60% of the project is sold out. So we encourage people to come and invest, because they will never get this kind of payment terms anywhere else in the market. We have ample parking. We're going to have a children play area. We have the security perimeter fence. We're also going to have a guardhouse at the gate, so that we're able to screen the visitors and just to ensure there's maximum security. We're also going to have solar panels installed at the roofs for water heating. So you see, we are conserving the environment using the solar. We have been on site for about 11 months now, and our first occupants will be able to occupy the apartments during the last quarter of this year.
Will this commercial center be adequate?
Okay, for the commercial center, the residents of Great Wall Phase 3 are going to be accessing the commercial center at Great Wall Phase 1. But as we are continuing Great Wall Phase 2, we're also going to have a supermarket there.
Rosalie, the road from Mombasa Road into Everdell Apartments, it's a bit off. Are you going to work on it?
Okay, that road was cabro surfaced initially, but because of the construction going on, the big lorries have sort of like spoilt it. But once construction is done, we are going to redo it and cabro surface it up to the estate gate.
Bandari Apartments is a development by the KPA pension scheme, and we are just completing the phase 1 of the projects, which is 144 units, and soon we'll be rolling out the phase 2, which is 96 apartments. I think the first thing that makes it special is the accessibility from Mombasa Road through the Eka Hotel and the Next Gen, and also its positioning around. We have enough schools, we have enough shopping malls, we have Capital Center. As you've seen from the apartments, they are quite lit because of the cross ventilation that the architect has ensured. The apartment itself is quite spacious. It's 140 square meters. The sitting room and the lounge is quite spacious. It can be able to fit enough furniture. The bedrooms, they are big enough, and the master itself, it also has a bathtub which is it's en suite. So when you, as the homeowner, when you get into the master bedroom, you know that is where your heart bounces. You get in and then you feel, yeah, you are home. The kitchen itself is also quite well designed, and also with fully fitted cabinets. And we have balconies. If you want, from the lounge, you can be able to walk out the balcony and relax there. And the project itself, the entire development, we have open grounds for playgrounds for kids.
On our accessory spot today, we will be sharing with you on how to lay tiles.
Steps for laying tiles. 1. Measure the length and the width of the floor you'll be tiling. 2. Make sure the area that you'll be tiling over is clean from debris and smooth and secure. 3. Be sure to keep yourself protected. 4. Place the center tile and bond it to your subfloor using a thin set mortar or a recommended tile adhesive. 5. To secure the ceramic tile in its place, press down while twisting it back and forth. If some of the mortar or adhesive oozes out, use your trowel to scrape off the excess. And lastly, after you install your ceramic tiles, allow your floor to cure overnight.
So we now have rustic tiles as well. Rustic tiles would be a tile like this. Let me just remove a sample. This is a rustic tile. Yeah. I have colored tile as well. Let me show you another sample of rustic tile as well. This is also a rustic tile. It gives you a rusty finish. Okay. I have colored tiles as well. Tiles which have color in it. They're all porcelain and give with color. Tiles like these. This is also yellow tile, purple tile, colored tiles. Even let me show you this other one, the green and the maroon tiles. The green and the maroon tiles as well. Yeah, these are the colored tiles. All these are matte finish tiles. I have wooden tiles. These two tiles which look like wood. Different effects. I have these tiles as well. These are also wooden tiles. These basically, once you've laid them, they look like laminates. They look like laminates, but they're tiles, not laminates. These are tiles which you can use in the garden, outdoor. Yeah, people also prefer to use these tiles because of the rusty finish and the texture. They also prefer to use in the showers. But it depends on the design and the theme you have in your bathroom. Oh, absolutely, these are very durable tiles, porcelains. You can even use it in the garage, no problem. You can park your car on it, no problem. Yeah. Okay. Now this side I have more tiles which look like wood, the wooden look tiles, which of course they look like laminates. If you'll notice, they all have different patterns to give it the natural look. So if you look at the tiles, they all have different patterns. Like this has a different pattern, this has a different pattern as well. Okay, so these are all porcelains. Okay, this side here, we have tiles which you can use in the near the swimming pool area. If you look at it, it's got like a checkered effect. These are the tiles which they use in the supermarket. And you know when in the supermarket you have a ramp and your trolley is vibrating sort of? These are the tiles which they use there. So these are non-slip and you can use them in the ramps and supermarkets, near the swimming pool area and stuff like that.
An oasis of calm, 5-Star Gardens is a community of 313 elegant 2- and 3-bedroom apartments set in a secure gated community. Every apartment is spacious, bright, stylish, and complete with high quality and modern finishes. The developer went an extra mile to ensure that each unit is solar compliant. Each apartment offers master bedroom ensuite, modular modern kitchen with pantry, spacious lounge with separate dining area, built-in wardrobes, and Spanish ceramic tiles. 5-Star Gardens has a boundary wall with electric fence, Cabro-paved roads and parking, ample visitors car parking, borehole, solar street lights, commercial center with shops, children's playground, and manicured lawns and gardens. For this prime property, the price is, for the 2-bedroom, 5 million Kenya shillings, for the 3-bedroom, 7 million Kenya shillings. Amani Luxury Apartments. Are you tired of paying for accommodation whilst on holiday at Mombasa? As you plan to take your family to Mombasa this holiday season, you can now take them to your own home. Amani Luxury Apartments are available and ready for occupation. Amani Luxury Apartments are located in Diani on the south coast of Mombasa, just 500 meters away from the cool, clear waters of the Indian Ocean's white sandy beach. The 12 units at Amani Luxury Apartments give you unmatched security in a trendy, gated community environment. Unique features at Amani include high-end finishes and natural stone walls, low gradient concrete roof designed for rainwater harvesting, solar water heating system, high quality Ganala tiles in matching colors, ensuite bedrooms, balconies overlooking the pool, air conditioning in all rooms, Lamu hardwood doors, fitted wardrobes and cabinets, designer kitchen, power backup inverters, and perimeter wall with electric fence. Residents at Amani enjoy exquisite landscaped gardens, a rooftop restaurant, a gym, and access to Wi-Fi and DSTV cable television. For these luxury apartments, the price is 15 million Kenya shillings. And for anyone willing to purchase the property for investment, the potential rental income is 80,000 Kenya shillings per month. Mortgages are available from CFC Stanbic and Kenya Commercial Bank. A serene and intimate holiday destination with a dedicated management team. A great real estate investment.
I hope you have enjoyed the show, and here are the highlights on legal processes on property ownership.
Legal processes of property ownership include 1. Identification of property, which includes identify purpose, location, speak to neighboring community members regarding ownership history, understand the terrain, and request a lands registry search. 2. Engage a lawyer who will carry out a due diligence, which includes request for a copy of the title and official search at lands registry, confirmation of property ownership, and confirmation of any encumbrances. It is important to hire a qualified lawyer, and you can verify the status of the lawyer through the Law Society website. 3. All land transaction agreements should be in writing. 4. Your lawyer must verify the agreements before signing or making any payments and advise you on the following: terms of payment, which includes deposit amounts and due dates, services to be provided, at what level and timelines, penalties clauses in the event of delays, exit clauses in the event the sale is not completed should be noted, and other payments expected of you, such as stamp duty, bank charges for mortgage buyers, valuation and insurance fees, and legal costs. 5. Your lawyer must advise you when the title deed in your name will be issued. Key definitions to remember: the Land Registration Act defines matrimonial property as property owned by one or both spouses which they occupy as their family home. Further, even if the spouse's name does not appear on the title, and such spouse has contributed to the productivity, upkeep, and the improvement of the property, he or she is considered an owner of the property. Leasehold title. A leasehold title expires after 99 years. Thereafter, the land reverts back to the government. Therefore, to continue having the leasehold, you need to seek extension of lease where the government gives priority to the immediate pass holder, provided that he or she is a Kenyan citizen and the land is not required by the national or county government for public purposes such as building of roads, hospitals, or public utilities.
Thank you for watching the property show. We have heard from the expert on the legal processes involved in property purchase. We have also seen other properties available in the market. We welcome your ideas on topics you'd like our experts to address in our future shows. You can share your views on our Facebook page and you can follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching and kwaheri.